Previously on Flavors of Love.
There are about 3 types of insecurity I want to talk about. Relationship insecurity, when you are unwilling to trust other people. We have the social insecurity, when you don't have confidence to be in a social setting. And then we have body image insecurity, when you have a perception about your own physical appearance. What we are trying to say is that come to a place where you're not showing signs of inadequacy, of not being enough. Everybody is enough. Everybody God created, because you're an investment of God. He has His breath in you. That means that there is something in you. You can never walk about and say that there is nothing in you. And for that reason, don't love yourself. Because if nothing at all, God's breath is inside you. And that is an investment. Because of that, you need to now love what God placed in you. Love yourself and make sure that you are making impact with that. Rather than staying in the fence, coiling your shells and then not doing anything. All because you feel that I am inadequate.
The fact that Jesus died for you is even enough for you to love yourself.
That's it.
And one thing I've seen is that if you don't love yourself, you can't love others.
Exactly.
When the Bible says that you should love your neighbor as yourself, how do you love your neighbor if you don't love yourself?
You cannot give what you don't
You
have.
cannot give what you don't have.
Yeah.
Today on Flavors of Love.
A generation where young people will enter into what they call relationship and then begin to exclude everybody, but then they themselves. I call it exclusivity. The moment he got that boy, that girl, closes the door to pastor, to uncle, to mother, to father, to everybody. I think that you should place premium on the relationship you have with your mom, your dad, your siblings, your family members. Because if nothing at all, and your friends, because if nothing at all, when you are ready to marry and you do save the date, you will share it to us. Why did you share? Why didn't you share it to yourself? You are sharing to us because you want us to also come and witness.
You need us there.
That is it. In your quest to show love to other people romantically, stop playing marriage. Your body belongs to you if you are not married to the person. It doesn't belong to any person. They can just admire. They cannot touch. If you want to touch, you can touch your head. You can touch your legs. But from your neck level to your knee level, it belongs to Jesus.
Your hands. They can touch your hands. So we are moving to the third and the final aspect or angle of flavors of love. And that is loving others. Loving others. So will you please share something about loving others with us?
The others flavor. I will talk about 2 things. The Platonic and then the romantic. Platonic has gotten no sentiment when it comes to romanticism attached to it. The love we have for our family and friends. I think that we should place premium on such things. A generation where young people will enter into what they call relationship and then begin to exclude everybody, but then they themselves. I call it exclusivity. The moment he got that boy, that girl, closes the door to pastor, to uncle, to mother, to father, to everybody. I think that you should place premium on the relationship you have with your mom, your dad, your siblings, your family members. Because if nothing at all, and your friends, because if nothing at all, when you are ready to marry and you do save the date, you will share it to us. Why did you share? Why didn't you share it to yourself? You are sharing to us because you want us to also come and witness.
You need us there.
That is it. So don't cut other people off. And I want to say that when Valentine's Day are always connected to people who are in a romantic relationship. Please, it's high time people start knowing that if I get a chocolate and it's sent to my mom, it's an aspect of love which you cannot overemphasize.
It's a chocolate day.
That's it. It's not just about your wife and your husband or your girlfriend or your boyfriend, please. So let's place premium on the Platonic kind of relationship. If you have a problem with your mom, with your dad, with your pastor, with your friend, please make sure that you sort it out. We need each other. So it's an aspect I don't want us to overlook. Then,
and interestingly, sir, really, the day you leave this earth, your body will be sent back to your family.
Exactly.
Your spouse will not be the one to bury you.
At the one is I once went to a funeral where they were taking, in fact, the man's wife was deceased. They were taking the wife to the burial point, and the man was sitting down. I'm saying, na on Kobe, almost Debbie. Sanity. So they are taking the person back to the family. So you cannot just decide that you're overlooking your family.
No.
It's amazing how this young generation will come up in a relationship and then their parents are not even aware of them until the time they are going to marry. And then when they go and their parents go like, no, this one I don't like. They are like, mommy, dear, you everything you don't like. Now, quite accept. I think that you should always make sure that you are connecting them when it comes to some of these things. Quite apart from that, make sure that you are in good terms with everybody around you, not just romantic.
And after marriage, we try to separate ourselves from our families and don't allow them into our homes. No, I'm married, you can't visit me. You can't come to my home. That's what most people do because they feel that they've now found that someone else. That's their new family. You know, I'm building my own family now. Stay in your corner and let me also be in my corner.
As long as it's not seen to be an intrusion, there is nothing wrong when your family just gets connected to you. I know third-party intrusions are one of the things that break marriages.
That's true.
Once it's not an intrusion. Why should you ward them off? No, you shouldn't do that. Yeah. So that was for the Platonic side. Now the romantic side. What I want to say about that one is how we decide to love others romantically in our generation. I call it the tragedy of our cultural understanding of romantic love. There is a problem with it. Number one, why we think that when you love others romantically, you should make unreasonable demands. The word is unreasonable demands. I've gone to meetings where people have asked me questions like, say, Willie, is it good for for me to demand, the word is demand, school fees from my boyfriend? And I said, when what started by demanding school fees? What did they kind of school fees?
School fees.
So I had a friend. I was with him at KN University. When we finished school, the lady he was supposed to marry was in the 3rd year. When we got married, we were like, now you should hurry up and also marry. He said, Willie, no, I don't have to rush. The girl is now coming to find out, if I make a mistake and marry her today, the school fees now comes on top of me. So let me wait and let her finish. Now it's understandable, it is wisdom also. Because you see, responsibility is not there. One thing that this generation needs to understand is that you should stop making unreasonable demands on your partner. Most especially, it goes to the guys. The ladies making demands on the guys. You are asking for things you know that, with all due respect, your parents can't even get for you. The guy himself is using a Samsung A51. You are asking for iPhone Pro Max 16. What are you talking about here? You're not even a girl who is ready to be a wife. You understand? This one, you marry this one, it's likely you are dying in 3 days' time. Yeah, because there are weightier things you should be looking at. Okay, I wanted to get a new phone. I went to a shop and then I said, I'm using this particular phone. I want a higher version. So that is it. That one is 8,000. I said, I'll come back soon. Yeah, that was just by the way. Yeah. But the point is that don't make unreasonable demands.
No,
people can be good to you. They can choose to pay the fees for you, but it's not their responsibility.
Not their responsibility.
That's it. So if the fees is say 10,000, the guy goes like, oh, I'll pay. Don't think that because he paid next semester you want to come for it. It was just pure kindness. Thank you for doing that, but don't expect it next time. So don't place unreasonable demands in loving people romantically. And then also, we have globalized and normalized this thing called sexual impropriety when it comes to our romantic relationship in this generation. I'm still talking about the others flavor. In your connection with other people of the opposite sex, romantic relationship, we are normalizing sexual involvement. And that is another tragedy that I want to talk about. I said earlier that we cannot date and court and marry like the world does it. If you understand your constitution as a believer, you know where you are drawing your inspiration from when it comes to you connecting with somebody of the opposite sex. Another tragedy is playing marriage. You are not married, but you are living like married people. Okay, you are making a relationship an end in itself, even though that is not the end. It's just a relationship. I say this: boyfriends don't deserve husband privileges. Girlfriends don't deserve wives privileges. Full stop. You don't go to your guy's house and go and wash in the name of I want to be romantic. What kind of romanticism is this?
To end in tears.
Okay, you don't do things which married people are supposed to do. That's it. So anything you are doing, somebody asked me a question. So say I'm not ready to marry her, but then sometimes I just want her to come and then cook for me, and then if she can't go back, she should sleep over. I said that if you're not ready to marry, why do you want to do the things married people do? Just let it be. If you are ready, you come.
Just commit yourself.
I don't understand why people want to do that. And this person I'm talking about, it was a church program we were doing. The guy got angry, cried, and left. Yeah. Just because you are saying that if he's not ready, he shouldn't be. I think that's what shouldn't be worrying somebody's daughter like that. You take.
By this time, the lady too is doing it too.
Oh, of
thinking
course.
That she has gotten a guy.
Gladly doing it. Oh, say on the cohabitation, they are very normal for people. You say, oh, most especially for people think that you're quite a there be now. Stop doing your things like that, because you see, you devalue yourself. The value that is supposed. How do you pick an iPhone? Okay, let me say this. Do you know that if you go for Coca-Cola fridge and then you place in other drinks, when they come and see that they become angry. That's their product. You are putting other products inside. So what you are doing is that you are devaluing yourself. You are supposed to be at stage 54. Just because of what you are doing, you are bringing yourself to stage 24. You don't go and pick an iPhone and go and put it in an Alcatel shop. They have a special place. Even if it's supposed to be in that shop, they have a special place for it. Not mixed up with the other phones. So stop playing marriage in your quest to show love to other people romantically. Stop playing marriage. Your body belongs to you if you are not married to the person. It doesn't belong to any person. They can just admire. They cannot touch. If they want to touch, you can touch your head, you can touch your legs. But from your neck level to your knee level, it belongs to Jesus.
In your hands. They can touch your hands.
Yeah, so that is the others flavor.
Okay, so still on the others flavor, when we narrow it down to marriage or relationships, how should couples show love to each other?
Yeah, amazing question. So we are looking at married couples here. I want to let this one be with the married couples.
Okay.
They should be the best. The best is an acronym. BEST. You should be best to each other. B stands for blessing.
Blessing.
You should bless them. The word is eulogia. Speak well of your spouse. Speak well of your spouse, because death and life are in the power of the tongue. And she said, speak well. What you're actually doing is that you are counteracting that negative thing hand or counter. So speak well. Sometimes it can be very annoying when your partner is doing certain things and you're like, come on, what is this? You just want to release a certain word, be a powerfully negative. But speak well. So you bless. The E is edify. You should be able to build your spouse up. Build them up spiritually. Build them up professionally. Build them up in every sense. So if he's somebody who is not spiritually inclined, you should be able to build them up. The prayer life or form, build it up. The nyame say, build it up. Professionally, in a juma or facing issues, what can you actually do to build it up? Career-wise, build up. Escaping also the body trainer, otimi etwaswa, build up. Encouragement also the manner, build up. Okay, if it comes to say the educational level or form, what there was through, you can build up. Professors, I know a doctor, a PhD holder, who was married to an SHS graduate. Nyame adom, how many didn't tertiary institutions as I speak with you?
Wow.
That is a building up. Wow. So we should be able to build up. Okay, so you bless, you edify. That is the building up. Then the S is for sharing. Sharing material stuff. That's number one. It's funny how sometimes many boy you can't say you don't want banning your pattern first. Yeah, they are sure. To the Biana, they are telling the lady Messi, Obano, you who's can no castle. When you're back into a but of course, you should be sharing material stuff. And one was in this generation, Oba Timiko Sifia Brand Economy. A Kosubebre.
We are not, or they are high Nikuna Ajiska.
Where I was a mammy to me for some member, the Sumi and the theatre almost. That is a canism, it's not Christianity.
No Christianity.
It's a canism. I can force seminars are normal. And yet culture and they worry, even though there is a cultural aspect of it. So we should be able to share material stuff. What belongs to you belongs to your spouse. Then we should share our bodies. Any man or woman that denies the spouse of the body is a witch. Somebody say, hey, they're okay in there. I know what they. I didn't make us. Witchcraft is demonstrated or manifested in three forms: manipulation, domination, ultimate control. You see, if you have to manipulate your spouse before sex can happen, share your body. That's why I'm saying that you are practicing witchcraft, even though you don't know. Unconsciously, you are a witch or you are a wizard. Because you didn't give me this, then it's not happening. If you want it to happen, then make sure that when we are done, you are getting me this. You are an unconscious witch or wizard. And that shouldn't happen. You must share. Share material stuff, share your bodies. Then the T is for touching.
So back to share, I think you should be able to also share what's on your mind.
Exactly.
Your emotions, how you feel, everything.
Exactly. Share what bothers you. And I think spouses should be able to come to a place where they're able to read their partners and know that there's something wrong. Because sometimes, especially men, yeah. But also banning to me no, there's something wrong. Now can be so bit my because otimisha he doesn't have to carry it over to the next day. A bit my problem. So share what is your mind. Don't say that I can't own to it. Just share. It's how you're going to share that becomes a problem when it comes to we speaking with our spouses. It will end in tears. And you should know how to start this particular thing. So that's with the sharing. Then the T is for touching. Isn't it interesting that when people are not married, they'll be touching themselves? When they marry, they stop.
For this one, it's a mystery, really.
And wow. So touching is an expression of concern. Okay, I think that studies have shown that when a kid is being given an injection and mothers are able to tap their backs like that, to some extent, it reduces the extent of pain they feel. It's amazing that we have over 5 million receptors, and almost about 1 to 3 million are found in the hands. So the right kind of touch to somebody can release chemicals from the toucher to the touched. And it does amazing things. And that is why when people are hugged, they feel okay. I'm not talking about the kind of hugging this generation has been doing. The lingering kind of hug. I'm talking about a hug which doesn't come in with any romantic, sentimental issues. Obibi be a frame. It gives some comfort and some warmth. And I think that couples showing their love to each other should come to a place where they are making touches an integral part of their love life. So that is it when it comes to how couples can show their love.
So blessing, edifying, sharing and touch. That's powerful. So best, B is a blessing. You should be able to bless your partner. You know, there are people who curse their partners. That's very wrong. You should be able to bless your partner. You should be able to edify your partner. S, you should be able to share with your partner. Share everything, your body, material stuff, everything. And T is you should be able to touch your partner. So these are the ways that you can love your partner. It's been such a powerful session, very insightful. We've learned a lot. I know that you have been blessed so far, right from the beginning till now. And Serili, please, what are your final words before we leave?
I want to wrap up with a scripture from Philippians chapter 1, verse 9 to 11. From the
Philippians
Message
chapter 1.
translation of the Bible. Philippians chapter 1, verse 9 to 11. So if you can read, and then we can.
Philippians chapter 1, verse 9 to 11, reading from the Message version. So this is my prayer, that your love will flourish, and that you not only love much, but well.
All right. So the Lord wants our love to flourish. As we talk about flavors of love, our love should flourish, and we shouldn't love much, but well. Don't just go about telling people, I love you, I love you. That's not the most important thing. Love well. Loving well means that understanding God's import of love and what God wants love to be like. So don't love much. Stop buying more teddy bears. Stop buying more of those things and know how to love well. So there is a difference between loving much and loving well. You could love much, but the wellness might be missing.
Wow. Learn to love appropriately.
That's it. So there is an appropriate way to love.
You need to use your head and test your feelings so that your love is sincere and intelligent, not sentimental gush.
So those of us who are dwelling on feelings, he said, use your head.
Use your head.
Use your head and test your feelings. So we are not discounting the feeling aspect or component of this love thing, but it needs to be tested. If it goes ahead of you, you might be missing it. He said that so that your love is sincere and intelligent. So there is an intelligent part of the love. What is so busy menya broken mind they be a broken heart because in fact continue sorry I say. So it should be intelligent, it should be sincere, and also not sentimental gush. So it's like you are spewing about sentiment and telling people that you love them. Obi any ambra catch girl be say odi me do me pel panty on be kasa for 23 hours out of the 24 hours we have in a day. Credit number some better for but me when appropriate a sentimental gush.
Live a lover's life. Circumspect.
So he's trying to let us understand a lover's life here. Circumspect,
and exemplary.
Okay.
A life Jesus will be proud of.
That is a lover's life. So if the kind of love you are showing to somebody is not a love Jesus can be proud of, forget it. It's not a lover's life. It doesn't matter how well you profess you love somebody, how well you profess you love your spouse. If Jesus cannot be proud of it, forget it.
Bountiful in fruit from the soul, making Jesus Christ attractive to all, getting everyone involved in the glory and praise of God.
That's a powerful one. Making Jesus Christ attractive to all. So you see, the love you are showing to your spouse, or you are in a premarital relationship, just the way you are loving your partner, it makes Jesus attractive to other people. And then he says that getting everyone involved in the glory and praise of God. Say they will actually come and say that, you know what, I just want to join your church. You've not spoken to me, but I just love the way you are doing this, your love life. It's not just like the world does it. So you become an evangelist without even knowing it. I tell you what, when we get to heaven, there are people Jesus will tell you that it was because of you they came to know me, that you never know. Or because of the way you lived your life. So viewers, let's come to understand this point. Let Jesus be proud of the kind of love we have. Let it be exemplary. Let it be appropriate. Let it be attractive. And let Jesus be glorified.
Let Jesus be glorified. Hallelujah. We thank God for a very, very, very powerful session. It's been such a blessing. I don't know, Serili has shared a lot. Very, very insightful, enlightening stuff. I mean, you can't afford to remain the same after following everything that he has shared with us. God bless you so much, Serili. We are so grateful that you came. You honored our invitation. It's been such a blessing. Thank you. Thank you. People of God, thank you so much for staying with us, for watching and following. We believe that your lives will never be the same. God bless you all. We would have to end here. See you some other time. Bye-bye.